Hi and welcome to this video. I'm Harold. I'm the founder of KYMA 369, and in this video I want to show you how to use the KYMA T3. So we'll switch the camera in a second and I will show you how to set up everything, how to check if it's working, what you need to plug in and so on. So have a look. So let's start with the setup. First of all, I show you all the components and I show it to you in a way that you can easily see what's going on. So first of all, we have the amplifier. The amplifier will help you to amplify, of course, your audio. You can use any audio input you want. Then we have the most important thing. We have the T3, the KYMA T3. I just put it down here on the table for now. And we have the power adapter. Of course, it's a 19-volt adapter, which is very beneficial if you want to have a lot of power. So it's a very powerful adapter, which will get out most of the amplifier. Then we have a little testing magnetic ball. You will see later how that works. We have also the cables. First of all, we have the cable to connect to your phone and to the amplifier. So you have all the connectors that you need. You can plug it into an iPhone, into an Android, into your regular computer, MP3 player, and so on. And of course, you can plug it into the amplifier here. We will do that later together. Then we have the banana plug cable. This is the cable to connect from your amplifier to your T3. So let's get started. First of all, we just plug in the power supply. So it's the 19-volt power supply. I will just take here my cable and plug it in. Put it a little to the side. Then I power my amplifier. It's just a simple plug here and you plug it in. The next thing we do is basically reconnect our cables. It doesn't really matter in which way you connect the cables. You can connect the banana plugs first, or you can connect your phone first. I will connect the banana plugs first, and I will first plug in the plug at the amplifier. So you see here you have the red parts and you have the black ones. You need to always use one red and one black. So I will plug in the black one here, and I will go ahead and plug in the red one on top. One thing you need to be a little careful is that these plugs don't touch. For a very strange reason, it's not possible to find banana plugs that are not out of metal here on the outside. The thing is, normally they don't touch. If I go a little closer, you see there is a gap between them. But for some reason, if you really bend the cable very much down or so, if they touch, it's possible that you're not getting any signals. You can put a tape on it if you want to. In most of the cases, it's not an issue. So let's move on. Now I have plugged it into the amplifier. The other end, I will plug to our T3. And the T3 has got the same colors here. You see, I have a red one. So I plug it here into the red one, and the black one into the black one. And this is basically all the setup we need. We just now need to plug in our audio device. So let me put that here. I will put it just here on the table, and then I will get my phone. Give me just a second. I have my phone now, and what I do is you can use it over the web, but I will use the app. So on my phone, I just click here the app now, and the app will start. You will see it's loading, and then you will get to the library. I will put the links below to get to the app. I just click on the library, and here in the library, I can pick whatever frequency I want. For testing, I suggest you pick just 111, like 111. You just type it in, as you see here, and you just confirm it. I will explain to you why that is the best frequency to test, or low frequency. So you see, I have this frequency loaded in my player now, and I can just click play. But before I can do this, I just put the phone to the side, and then we need to plug in here. This is the cable. Just plug in the cable, but not here. You need to plug the cable here where it says input. So I just put the red here, cable here. Then, because I have an iPhone, I just plug this into my iPhone, and then I simply press here the play button. Now, you see the nice somatic pattern already coming up. From this point on, the device is working already. But how do you know? One thing you need to know before it is submitting the frequencies to the device. This is basically, you need to turn the volume on the amplifier. So you see here, when it's clicked, it's off, but if it clicks again, it's on, and the red light here go on. You can push it to the maximum, or I would suggest to have the middle for start, because the body should get used to all the frequencies. So now, how can you find out if it works? If you put your hand over it, you will sometimes feel it. It depends what kind of frequency it is. But we have all these magnetic balls for you. So it's in a case, most likely for you, it's in a round case. And what I can do is I can just put it on here. And you see how it is jumping around. So this helps you and tells you that it is working. So if you put it this way, you can even see it's jumping around like crazy, right? So this is just to help you to understand if your device is working or not. I can guarantee that it will always work, but sometimes if you have a low frequency, it's not visible. So let me show you what I mean. If you have a very low frequency, I will just pause this here on my phone now and go back. Now I will pick a very low frequency. I will pick like something like 10 Hertz. I'll show it to you. So I press on 10 Hertz. So here we have the 10 Hertz frequency. Just press play, and then it is amplified again. So I just put the test on it. You see, it is still jumping around like crazy. But if you have very low frequencies, meaning you have 0.5 or you have 1, so the Hertz basically is how many times does in the second is there an interval basically. So this is the total setup. If for some reason it doesn't work for you, you can reach out anytime to us. Just email us hello@KYMA369.com. And if there is no output, check if you're touching, if these two plugs are touching or not, or if maybe these two plugs are touching, if there is no. I'm sure the KYMA T3 will help you with all you want to achieve, and reach out to us if you have any questions. Thanks and see you. Bye-bye.